Hello guys and girls, welcome to another video. Today we are drawing SCP-303, the Doorman. And this one was requested by Cryoclast, who commented over at my YouTube video, so thank you for that. And SCP-303 is a SCP that stands behind doors. And let me explain here. Let's say you try and open a door and SCP-303 is standing behind it. You don't know if he's gonna be there or not. He just kind of materializes from nothing. Then you will be paralyzed for a few minutes. So that's that with this SCP, and then he can also appear in other places, but that's kind of the main gist of this SCP. He appears when you open doors, basically. So my idea is we have a window here into a door, and on the other side is kind of SCP-303. And I did a quick little sketch beforehand. So we have something to go off here. And this SCP has a really big enlarged mouth compared to its skinny body, but you can only see 10% of it at any time. So I thought it would be fitting to have his face in the door. And yeah, that looks kind of stupid having him be that short, so we just lengthen him up a bit. So yeah, you can only see 10% at any given point of him. Something like this. Maybe this is like a D-class opening a door or something. Like so. And I want the window to be really big just to emphasize the size of the head. And so and it's kind of eyeless from the fan art I've seen. It's just like a big head with kind of Pac-Man mouth, really big mouth. So that's where we're at with this one. And it's not really gonna be a complicated composition. It's just this guy standing by a door, looking terrified, kinda. So let's make a side profile here with the nose, and so the focus is not gonna be on this person. He's gonna be looking in like so. and it's kind of like a knob handle. That's why he keeps his hand this way, wandering. All right. Yeah, I'm having quite fun drawing these longer videos. It's taking its toll on my voice, but it's fine. I have ways to deal with it. You know, I was thinking about just drawing him full body, but that would be just, I think, less interesting than this. This leaves a lot to the imagination, like what is behind that door, kind of. But we are gonna put a lot of focus on that mouth for sure. Maybe he's bald, kind of. Right, and we use the stove pan to smoothen out some of this. Actually, before we do that, we're gonna shade in a bit here. Just one step at a time. So this guy is in darkness, and it's almost like light is emitting from the window here in the door frame. Like so. Shadow here as well around the door, just to make it more effectful, kinda. The mouth is gonna be quite dark, like so. Maybe some reflections in the glass. Short coffee break. Have my lovely coffee with me as always while drawing here. My evening coffee. And yeah, just breaking off the Trevor Henderson drawings with some SCPs in between. Doesn't mean we're gonna end the Trevor Henderson yet. We have a few drawings I wanna create for that. Maybe there's an SCP logo here. I should know how the logo looks by now, but I don't, which is kind of embarrassing. So let me see. SCP logo. Yeah. You know, judging by how many times I've drawn SCP now, I should really know this logo in my head, but yeah, I don't, so. Yeah, something like that. We're gonna fix the logo later on. That's really messy, but it's okay. All right. fill in here with the stomp pan once more. Really go super speed on this while smoothing out all these edges. Just so we have a smooth surface base to work with here. All right. Just smoothing out all these lines here. And we don't really need a background for this, just something connect the door, something to connect it with, so it's not just floating in space, you know. But I mean, even if it was floating in space, it would still look good, because maybe they have floating doors in the SCP Foundation, I don't know. So yeah, this is SCP-303. Reminded me a bit of the demo Gorgon from Stranger Things, kinda. Got those type of vibes. When looking at it, it's kinda the same design. And if you don't think so, then like please have a photo of them like side by side. The Demogorgon was probably the inspiration for this design. Probably. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. Alright. Pretty good. Fill in more here. The pen. Work on the values, the teeth. Good stuff. And we want it to kind of have like a lip, almost Trevor Henderson-ish. Kind of the way he draws his mouths, kind of. Filling in the teeth here. And it's a faceless monster. No eyes, no facial features. Nothing recognizable other than the teeth, kinda. That's the only thing I guess you would recognize. Fill in all his teeth, just like this. It's kind of going almost to the end of his head here, almost. Like his whole face is just a mouth. Absolutely horrible. And you probably don't want to see the rest of this thing if this is what we're working with, you know, like I'd rather just see this than the whole body. I think this is terrifying enough, you know. And I imagine some SCP personnel, like say, okay, D-class, you have this door to open, do it, or we shoot you, or something like that. yeah, give him some canine teeth here, maybe some on the lower side, like so. That looks pretty good. All right, kind of looks like he's gaping now, opening his mouth. You're gonna be able to see the gum kinda with the teeth are connected here. Make like a gum area here, like so. And this is a quite minimal design, like from the fan art I've seen. So there's a lot of room also for creativity here. We can add more things. So I'm adding like my version is kind of very loose skin underneath, and then more firm skin here. Sorry, I got a bubble in my throat there. Let's see, like this. Let's do the window frame here on the door, like so, like your normal wooden door with a glass frame in it. I have a lot of bubbles in my throat today. I don't know why. Take some more coffee. Coffee is the solution to everything. Okay, it kind of looks like he's holding the knob now, like so. And there's kind of like wood panels here on the door. Kind of eyebrows here, so it looks like he's kind of, oh crap. Alright, slowly getting there. I'm just trying to work on the folds here and the kind of fabric. Let's give this gum some bumps here. Like so. And I'm thinking about the highlight. How are we doing that on the head here? Maybe there's a highlight here. And then we're gonna give the glass some highlight as well. So we just go through here, go over that. Shade in the door frame a bit more here. See, make it look a bit more like a door. This door is quite large, so you can maybe speculate that this D-class is short. He's shorter, short guy, short fella. All right. Work a bit more on the values here before we go with the stone pen again. Just try and be clever about this and efficient, as we try to do with all our drawings. I think already we have a really nice composition going here. I really like this face we have in the window. It's really stays true to the other fan art out there. I don't know what that bump on his head is here. Looks like Tintin hair. We don't want that. We don't want that. And the symbol on his back, we're gonna add for the very last steps. Because if we add that now, we're just gonna blur it out and we have to do it all over again, which is not efficient. Not efficient at all. And it's been a while now since drawing some cartoons, like with ink, and I'm kind of craving that medium to draw with ink. You know, it's a different ball game, different challenge. When you draw with ink, there's no removing your strokes. When the strokes are there, that's just what you have to work with and accept. That's what I really like about that. There's no erasing, there's no adding highlights, nothing like that. Like, it's quite simple in that way. Like so. I think we go with the stomp pen here once more. Cryoclast, thank you so much for requesting this. If I didn't have people requesting, I wouldn't be able to interact as much with my fan base, I think. So it's It's a good way for you to comment and get response from me with a video like this. So we go through all the different parts here once more. And this smoothing part of the drawing process, I don't mind that much. It is what it is, you know. It's not really, doesn't take a lot of skill. It's just something you have to do, you know. And it's kind of therapeutic to do this. Just smoothing out all this good stuff here. And yeah, this is like moments before disaster. So this guy like gets paralyzed, I guess, after trying to open this door. And who wouldn't get paralyzed by such a vision, huh? If you saw a monster like this while opening your bathroom door. Not that there's usually a window to bathroom doors, but if you did that, I think you would faint as well. Get paralyzed. I know I would. Like so. Let me tell you, if I was in a monster movie, if I was in a horror movie, and boy do I love horror movies, I would be the first one to die, I think. I would either try to play the hero, like, get back, I'll sacrifice myself for it. Or I'll do a really stupid move, get overconfident and like maybe try and beat the monster, and then I get eaten up. You know, feels like a very Jonatan Heed way, you know, things. And it wouldn't be a horror movie without someone dying, and someone has to die, so I'll gladly sacrifice myself to the cause. Okay. And not to go into disturbing things, but this kind of looks like Pac-Man, and there's like this really gruesome cartel video. I'm not gonna go into detail, but she looks kind of like a Pac-Man after what they've done to her, and she's called Miss Pac-Man. This is kind of how I imagine maybe the face looking, like split. Really horrible stuff. I do not recommend you go watch that. And I watch stuff like that from time to time. Some morbid curiosity. I don't like watch the videos, but I watch explanations of the videos, or like, you know, information about cartels or like murder cases, and not just cartels, you know. And there's really no silhouette work on this drawing since it's all connected. It has a background, it has a clear main characters. So we are not gonna do cleanup on this since we're creating a scene here, more or less. And don't worry, we're gonna be adding highlights as well. I know we usually do the lines last, but sometimes we do it a bit differently. So this frame is connecting to here, like this. Filling in all these nice, wonderful, well-kept teeth here. He's really been a pro at brushing his teeth. They're very white, pristine. He doesn't have to go to the dentist anytime soon, that's for sure. So lovely job there, monster. Absolutely great. Just filling in all his teeth here. Dentist jonatanhed, right? When you draw a lot of monsters, you're bound to draw a lot of teeth. Monsters and many teeth go hand in hand, I would say. They go hand in hand. All right. Fill in some parts here of the clothing, some more details. Something like this. All right, we filled in all the lines here, pretty smooth, pretty nice lines. What we do now is we fill in some highlights. You can kind of see the guy's eye here. Knuckles here, the teeth. Fill in the teeth here, they're way too shaded. Alright. Like I said, we're gonna be adding some highlights to the window here. I don't know why I say window, it's not really a window, is it? It's glass pane. Kind of do lines like this, make it look like it's kind of something like this, so it looks like there's a glass pane in the way, like so maybe. Work a bit more on the teeth here, down here. A little bit here, a little bit there, you know, and eventually we have a nice end product here. Nice drawing. And there's an art contest in one of the Discords that I follow. It's an SCP Discord that I post my artwork from time to time, and I think I'm gonna post this one there because you can basically draw whichever recipe you want, so long it's not like really gory, bloody or kind of sexual, you know, because you guys know about the sexual recipes, you guys know what I'm talking about. And I wish that wasn't like a word, sexual recipe, like that's so stupid, but yeah, people will sexualize everything if it gets popular enough, you know. That's just how things work in this society. Can't fight it, so just accept it. Yeah, make the mouth a bit darker here so we can see where the mouth kind of begins and the rest of the faces. Let's not go over the reflections here. And this is not really relevant, these sides here. That doesn't have to be so white. The white parts we want to be in focus is the mouth. So we put this in darkness. Just like so, you know. Yeah, that looks quite good. Not gonna lie, quite happy with that. I'm not the person who lies a lot, and I think this looks good. And if you come this far into the video, please tell me, what do you think? Do you think I did justice to this SCP? You think it looks good? You think it looks silly? Whatever, please tell me, let me know. Do you have tips and tricks on how I can improve my drawing? I would love to hear that as well. But please keep it cool, no hating like stuff. Alright. Let's just make this a bit darker up here. Same with the frame. Just give it a bit more love here and there. It's a bit too white for my liking. And don't fret. We're gonna add that icon on the back. I know the SCP logo usually isn't on the back. It's like on the front, on the chest kinda. But in my universe they have it on their back. And really, maybe he has one on his chest as well, because you don't see the chest in this. So yeah. I'm rambling on. And that's what these videos are for. You sitting here, drawing with me, listening to my thought process as we finish this piece. For some people it might be really hard to draw and talk at the same time, but drawing is second nature to me, so I can draw and like do other things at the same time. If it would be hard to talk and draw, I wouldn't do it. The only problem is my post-COVID symptoms, of course, but you know, if I lose my voice, that I do, then I just do some other videos that doesn't require so much talking. Alright, let's go through the stone pan once more. And I'm having a lot of bubbles in my voice. It's unrelated to my COVID stuff. This is something different, just a throat bubble, you know, lovely things. Alright, we're getting some really nice smooth shading going on here. And to break off that smoothness, we add texture. It really breaks off that cheap look, you know. I like it kind of grungy, but yet professional looking, like with nice shading and stuff like that. And yeah, we're at 48 minutes, so we're on schedule here. We are doing quite well. Just clean up some here. We fill in some of these highlights again. Let's see. Yeah, the face is catching some. That's kind of what I want. Not so bright, maybe. What we do now, we add some texture. But before that, we are gonna make these folds have some shading as well, because they just look like lines now. That's not the point. I want this to look like folds. Something like this, nothing advanced. Alright, and as I said, texture work is quite important for me while drawing this. So that's what we're gonna add here as well. Just thinking about the line weight here. This guy, he needs quite thick lines because he's supposed to kind of be in the foreground. Alright, let's add some texture to the door frame first here. I've been wanting to do that for a while now, so let's just get to it. Sometimes you have an itch to do something, and my itch is to do the door frame. Like so. Fill in all these lines and make it look like it's wooden somehow. I want it to be really hard grained wood door. Let's frame these in like so. So, and yeah, guys, thank you so much for the views on the Trevor Henderson videos. I really appreciate it. And on this, the wood is kind of going vertically, like so. Just like so. Alright, that's a nice textured door, I would say. That's pretty nice looking. Gotta give yourself some self-love, you know. If you do something nice, then pat yourself on the back, you know. Or if you have a butler or assistant, then tell him to pat your back, or her. Alright. There's gonna be some folds in the pants as well, so let's fill these in. And if you think my folds look stupid, the way I do folds, then that's totally okay. They're not supposed to be realistic, it's just my style of drawing this. Like framing the, I like framing the what are words? The folds. had a stroke mid-sentence, it seems. Yeah, let's continue to add texture. This guy is gonna have some... He doesn't have a like such super clean bald head, you know. He's gonna have some hair here and there. So we add that like this. And his head doesn't have to be so shiny. He's not polishing his head, you know. It's really stupid when I think about it now. Okay, we're slowly getting there. Maybe he has some beard. Maybe he has some beard. You know, like this. So it doesn't look like a boy, it looks like a man, kinda. Man is in his best years, about to face horrible SCP beasts. That's the hair. We now start. We do some more dots here actually, some more pores. Like so, and then we do some, as you know, scratches, pieces here and there. My signature. These are very well worn SCP outfits. Maybe there's a pocket here. There's a little pocket here. So. These are like the lines with the clothes meet, the sewing lines. So we add like, I like adding these kind of sewing lines, you know. That's what I like to add, like so. And just continue adding some. That is way too white, this area here. What's going on here? Try and fix the values as we go here. Arm is gonna cast a shadow on the body, like so. Yeah, and the only place I post these is on YouTube. I want to, like, I have 3 different social platforms. I have Instagram, I have TikTok, I have YouTube. And I want to make each have their own special thing, you know. So Instagram has digital art. TikTok has these silly traditional meme arts, kinda. And YouTube has these longer drawing videos. And I think that's pretty good. I could post these to like Instagram as well, but I don't want to mix things up too much. I don't want to confuse people, you know, so, but I have the links, at least, so if people are interested in my YouTube and they're on my Instagram, then they are more than welcome to go check me out. Yeah, the doorknob is metal. Alright, and we are coming up to the end of this sweet little drawing session. You know, I keep saying that every video, and then it still pushes like 10-15 minutes. But you know, I get that feeling when I feel done, kinda. You get to a point while drawing where, oh yeah, this is good. This is good enough, you know, for... Can't really add more here. I've reached my, you know, level of detail. And I think this looks pretty good without the SCP logo. I think we're gonna skip that. I think we're happy with the way this looks. Just imagine he has the SCP logo on his chest, maybe? I know I'm contradicting myself here since I said on the back because it's my universe, but yeah. I take that back, I take everything back. Alright. And then we add some white dots here and there. Let's do some grooves here in the gum. Since we've done that here, the upper gum. And we're gonna do it here as well, so it doesn't look so flat. You know, gum isn't really flat, it's bumpy, it's gross. putting a little shadow next to the small highlights on the gum to focus them up, kinda. Like so. We fill in these highlights a little bit. Now we're just doing a little cleanup here. We're fixing the highlights of the window. Fill in to focus them up a bit. Yeah, let's break off this highlight a bit. That looks much better, in my opinion. And we fill it in with the stone pen, like so. And guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this drawing video of mine. I'll keep doing these longer versions since you guys seem to like it, and YouTube seems to like it. YouTube pushes these out, and they've been in the recommended section now a few times, which is nice. So guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. But before we do that, we add some bits and pieces to the wall here, because I don't want to do after editing and having to do this again. Must seem hilarious to guys that I say goodbye and then continue, but I'd rather do this now than later, you know. I'll save myself so much work by doing this, and the wall has to have texture or it's gonna look weird compared to all the other textured areas. Let's get a brief overview of this drawing. We think it looks pretty nice now, finally. And a final goodbye. See you guys in the next video. Take care, bye bye.